In this video, we're going to show you how to fit wall panelling. We're going to be fitting our Concord wall panelling mould in different size rectangles. Firstly, you're going to need to measure the height and width of the wall that you'll be working on. These measurements will then need to be transferred to paper so that you can draw up your design accurately. We're using a 1:10 scale ratio, so our 2.19 metre wall height will be 21.9 centimetres on paper, and our 3 metre wall width will be 30 centimetres. We want a parallel gap of 150mm around our panels. We want our bottom panels to be around 1/3 of the wall, and the top panels will be the remaining 2/3. We also want larger width panels in the centre of our wall, and panels either side that are half the size in width. When it comes to designing your wall panel, it may be a case of trial and error until you're satisfied with your design. Now that our drawing on paper is complete, it's time to get our drawing on the wall so we can fit our panels accurately. Firstly, we're going to mark a straight, vertical and horizontal line across our wall with a spirit level. This will act as a reference point so we know that our panels will be straight and parallel when it comes to fitting them. We're marking our horizontal line at the height that the bottom of our top panel will sit, and we're marking our vertical line at 150mm away from the wall, as that's how far our panel is going to be away from the wall. There are numerous ways you can draw your panels on the wall, but we are going to use what we believe to be the most cost effective and simple way for DIYers. We're using a method called staffing. This involves using a piece of material with markings on the same size as your parallel gaps, so that you know the spacing is consistent and you don't have to keep referring back like you would with a tape measure and pencil. We've made a staff with a spare panel, but you can use anything as long as it's the same size as your gaps and it's sturdy. You might have to use this staff at numerous heights just so you have consistent markings throughout your wall, and once you've made your staff markings, you can join them all up with a spirit level. Now it's time to cut our panels. We're going to mitre one end of all our panels and measure the length that we need. Once we're happy, we can mitre to our marking and then fit a block in place so that every panel that is placed here will be cut to the exact same size without needing to measure each piece manually. We can check this up against our drawing on the wall to make sure our measurements are accurate. Use this method for all the different size panels until all your panels are complete. We're going to show two methods on how to fit panelling to the wall. We're going to pre-assemble the bottom panels as they're smaller and more manageable, and we're going to fit the upper panels piece by piece as they're a lot larger. It's entirely down to personal preference what you'd like to do. To fit our pre-assembled panels together, we need to use glue and activator. Glue one edge of the panel and then spray the other with activator and hold the panels in place to stick them together. Check your glue and activator instructions to see how long you need to hold in place. And make sure you do this over a surface or cover so that you don't damage any surroundings or stick to anything such as your carpet. Now it's time to fit our pre-assembled panels to the wall. Hold your panel flush with your pencil markings, and once you're happy, fix them to the wall with a nail gun. You could use adhesive on the back of your panels for a snugger and sturdier fit. Use the same method for the rest of your panels, making sure you're fitting to your pencil marks. We're now going to fit our upper panels piece by piece. Offer up your bottom panel flush on your pencil markings, and once you're happy, fix it to the wall. When you're ready to fix your next panel pieces, use PVA glue on the mitred corner so that it fits together snugly. Use the same method for the rest of your panel pieces. We suggest not using as many nails when nailing it to the wall, just so you have some room to manoeuvre if needs be. Once you're happy with their positions, you can use more nails to keep it more secure in position. And as you can see, both methods work as they're all fit flush to our pencil markings. Once your panels are fitted to the wall, you'll need to do some cosmetic work prior to painting. This includes filling any holes and mitres with filler and caulking the edges of the panels. We would recommend using your finger or a wet cloth so that it rubs smoothly and sinks into your gaps nicely. And finally, sanding down the filler and caulk once it has dried. Check the instructions on the filler and caulk that you use for the drying time. Once the initial cosmetic work is done, it's time to paint our panels. We're going to paint our panels the same colour as our wall. Apply 2 coats of paint and the wall panelling is complete. We hope that this tutorial has covered everything off and helped you fit your wall panelling. If you do have any questions, leave us a comment and we will get back to you. We would love to see what designs you create, so please do tag us in your journey on Instagram, and you can tag us on @skirting4u. For more home tutorials, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.